Hello, it's Sony Photography here. I'm finally back to making videos. I've been gone for a good 2 months from not making videos. I just came back from my wedding trip. It took me like 2 weeks to recover from the jet lag and everything. And plus my wife and I moved into our own place. So we're finally settled and I'm back to making normal videos. So today I'm reviewing the Samyang 12mm F2.0. I've had this lens for about 3 months and I've managed to take lots of great photos and videos with it. I'm very happy with this lens. I just wanted to give a full review on this lens. The biggest selling point of this lens was the f2.0 aperture and the 12mm focal point. Since I have an APS-C camera, I needed something ultra wide so I could capture better indoor or better landscape and better astrophotography shots. So I'm going to be talking about some of the pros and cons of this lens. Let's start with the pros. So the first pro is this lens has a very useful focal point. You can use it for multiple things and it does a pretty good job of all of them. One of them is, let's say you want to do vlogs. This lens is pretty wide. Only bad part is it doesn't autofocus. It's a full manual lens. But as long as you set the focus on your face, you can just walk around and hold your camera at a fixed distance from yourself. And then it's going to be really beautiful. It's a sharp lens and it's pretty fast too. It's also good for indoor shots. Let's say you have some kind of a party or a large group of people that you want to take a picture of. This lens will fit like a huge crowd and it will do a good job of taking indoor shots. I took my camera with me and this lens to a birthday party. I just wanted to shoot for fun, to retain good memories of that party, and it did a great job. Probably half of the time I was intoxicated and I still managed to take pretty good photos. And the other great use is shooting landscapes and also doing astrophotography. During my trip to Kyrgyzstan, I managed to take pictures of the Milky Way and they came out great. Since this lens is so fast, it's at f2.0, it allows you to shoot at lower ISOs, so you can just, take really clean shots. I managed to take this photo at f2.0 ISO 800 and 20-second shutter speed. When you're focusing for the stars, make sure to stop your focusing a dot right where that marker is for the infinity. If you go any further, your stars are going to be out of focus. And good thing about the A6300, it has focus peaking, so you can really zoom into the stars and make sure they're in focus. The second pro is the wide aperture. I love the f2.0 aperture. It can give me great low light performance. Also, if I want to isolate certain objects by blurring the background, I can do that. The closest you can focus on about a little less than 0.2 meters. So you can get close to your subject and it will still be really wide, but the background blur will be nice and smooth. It also goes all the way up to f22. So this is a really useful lens. You can, have a wide range of apertures and it's very fast. The third pro is the price. It's a very affordable lens. I got it from B&H for $320. A few months ago there was a sale on B&H, I think. They sold it for the Rokinon version for $280. For that amount, it's a great lens. It gives me really good quality photos and I would highly recommend it to anyone with a mirrorless camera system. And the last pro for me is the size of it. Since this lens is just for the mirrorless camera system and mirrorless cameras are small and compact, this really complements the A6300. Right now I have a 24-70 f4. This lens is like almost as big as the camera, and with the Samyang f2.0 it just looks very compact. It doesn't intimidate people. You can carry it anywhere. You can fit it in a coat pocket probably. It's very versatile and you can just turn it on and just use it anywhere. And if you reverse the lens hood, it's even smaller. This will fit anywhere. I just love it. So let me talk about some of the cons of this lens. So the first one is not really a con for me. It might be for a lot of people. This lens is a full manual lens, so you have to set the aperture and the focus yourself. It's not going to do anything for you. There's no electronics in it. This lens will really push you out of your comfort zone if you're used to shooting with autofocus and fully automatic lenses. If you're in a place where you're shooting a lot of photos with subjects moving and a bunch of different things going on, this lens will definitely make you work. I did not have a problem. I like to be challenged and this lens is definitely rewarding. So it's not a con for me, but it could be a con for a lot of people. not everyone wants to deal with the manual focus. It definitely takes extra work. Let's say if you're shooting video or if you're shooting like a vlog, you have to make sure the focus is right, or else the whole video you could be out of focus. So when you're considering this lens, definitely think about that fact that you have to set everything yourself, and it will be definitely pushing you out of your comfort zone. And the second con is that since it's a fully manual lens, it does not transfer any electronic data to the camera. I knew this when I bought the lens, and I kind of learned to deal with it. When you're looking at your photos in the computer, sometimes you want to see what aperture you shot at. You cannot know it. It doesn't transfer any EXIF data. So your Lightroom software or any software you use to edit your photos and store your photos, it's not going to have information on your aperture. There'll be no information on your focal point. Good thing that Lightroom Creative Cloud version has a lens profile for this camera. So you can just apply it and it will apply corrections based on the information Lightroom has on this lens. I personally bought this lens expecting all those cons. So again, I just wanted to let you know that, that's something you might stumble upon. One thing you could do is you could kind of write down which apertures you're shooting, at what time maybe. I'm sure there's a way to keep track of it. Maybe there's an app for it. So it's definitely not a problem. There's a solution to it. But for the lazy shooters or maybe for the pros, it might not be a good lens to get. Also, if you shoot a lot of videos and your microphone is close to your camera, the aperture ring makes clicking noises. I can bring it close to the microphone. As you can hear, it makes a good amount of noise if you're switching between apertures. You can do it really slowly and it will make less sound. But then if you need to adjust your aperture really fast, this will definitely make some noise. Also, I don't like the lens cover and the lens cap. The lens cap is annoying to put on with the lens hood, and this lens cap in the back is pretty cheap and it doesn't stay on very tightly. So it's closed right now, but you can just touch it and it's already off. So sometimes I'll find this off the lens in my bag. Also, the body of this lens is fully plastic. Also, the focusing ring makes some sound as well. And those are the only cons I have for this lens. This lens is one of my favorite lenses in my bag. It's a very useful lens. I try to use it as much as possible. Size and the focal length gives me a lot of reasons to use it. If you can get over the full manual nature of this lens, it's definitely a great buy. You're gonna love this lens. The results, the image you get out of it are really nice. I know that in this video I didn't do too many pixel peeping or side-by-side comparison of different apertures. I feel like there's tons of videos out there that already do that. I just wanted to give my own experience and my own perspective on how I like the lens. I use it for both video and photo, and it's an excellent lens for the price. So what do you think of this lens? If you have this one or the Rokinon version, how do you like the lens and what do you use it for mainly? I would like to thank you for watching this video. There have been a good amount of people watching my first impressions video. That's why I thought it was pretty necessary to do a review video next. Let me know what you think of this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, then give me a thumbs down. I'm back on schedule on making videos every Monday. So definitely, if you enjoy my content, give me a subscribe and let me know how you like my videos. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.